minutes, please. We are going to have a happy moment. We are going to have some staff presentation. Always good. It's good to deliver good news and rather than bad news. We're not going to go on that field.
There's some drug testing, I think.
I think Gideon will be required to do this. This is a presentation for 3 of our people. I'll give it to you. We've got Cool Dip. That is for the great work you have done in achieving the.
Oh yes, thank you. Thanks very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
And where's Tan Hai Duong? Tan Hai. It's another one, but I think the person is not here today, and we will be later, I'm not too sure. Joran Vaithalinga, he achieved design qualifications. Well done, guys. This is a program which has been put by Telstra to give you qualification for what you know and for what you've been doing over the time. It's a great thing, and hopefully it will be more good for everyone who is wishing to get this qualification. Well done, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jose. Carl. It is a great day. It's wonderful to recognise staff and awards and certificates. And I do have one of those awards to present on behalf of Brendan. And then Carl has one to present on behalf of the company, David. But it is also a sad day. I was mentioning to Jose earlier, it's a very tragic day. For those of you who follow the proper game of football, Manchester United just lost this morning. And I'm in mourning.
Come on, Paul, say something, all right.
I'll get over this in 6 months' time, I guess.
What a shame.
It's absolutely tragic. Yeah. But that's the wonderful thing about football and sport. It has this passion. You have the highs and the lows. I'm on a low, but we have a high here. And I'm here to present, on behalf of Brendan, the COO Award for Q1. The COO Award went to a team back in September time for some work they did together, helping the community. For those of you who may know, and John Crowley, where's John?
Yeah.
John, hi. We had an exchange burnt down in Somerton, up in the Hunter Valley, way back in June. It burnt down when a house next door to it caught on fire, and the fire jumped across from it to our exchange and took us out. And that was then impacting on the local community. Not a large community, I think 200 to 300 customers hanging off that little exchange. But we obviously mobilized into initially repair mode and then recovery mode. And within 48 hours, I think less than 48 hours, we had all of those services back up and running on a temporary basis, making use of our meow, making use of our cow, making use of a radio link across into another base station, so that we got the mobile telephony back up and running. So within 48 hours, 2 days, our customers had connectivity, which was great. But then we went through the process of building a new exchange. And John was helping out in that team. And we needed to do, obviously, the planning, working with the planners, and working out the network requirements for that. But initially, the problem we faced was not technology, it was environmental. And one of our team members, one of the team members with John, identified there were concerns from an environmental perspective with the house that did burn down. It was a fibro, so there were concerns about asbestos. And we took some action, the team took some action, I should say, to address those concerns and to ensure that the local community were not negatively impacted by, and of course our workforce weren't negatively impacted by, the exposure to asbestos. So that was a great example of community spirit. In fact, the local council were reluctant. We needed to go away and get an environmental assessment study undertaken, and then we could present that to the local council, and that finally got their attention. They realised, yes, okay, we were serious, and they needed to take some action, so they took some action. But I think for me, it represented our continued involvement in the community, our involvement in ensuring that community and our customers get the best service possible in a safe manner. So we went through the process of planning and then commissioning, building and commissioning an exchange. And we did that by, within 12 weeks of the initial fire, we had rebuilt. So I think by the middle of late September, we had an exchange back up and running. And that's a great outcome for the team members involved. I know service delivery, by the way, played an active role in this, so don't get me wrong, service delivery had a big role, but we in Network Construction, I think, took the project management and the engineering on board and actually made it happen, made it work. So great outcome. We put that forward to Brendan for his consideration as a coup Q1 award, and obviously it won an award. And now I've been going around the country, around New South Wales, presenting the other team members with these awards, and today it's my pleasure to present to John. So John, on behalf of Brendan. You want to say a few words?
Not many. I actually thought I got out of this a couple of weeks ago.
You were the lead.
Got cornered again, that's right, yeah. As you know, I'm a man of few words, and this won't be any exception. I just want to thank Dennis for all his assistance. I wouldn't be here without it, so thanks very much, Dennis.
Good on you. Now I'll pass over to Carl.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, I'm here to present a 40-year service award to Greg. Greg Wilson, by the way. But look, before I do that, I just wanted to say a couple of things. This is the first time I've been down here in this office, and the first time I've met all of you guys yesterday. And what really impresses me is that there's a lot of really young and enthusiastic people who are in the design group here, and that's really, really good. But equally important is that we have a lot of experienced people around as well to to show the young people the ropes, and people with that level of experience who have got the background to a lot of the equipment that we've done and why things the way that they are at the moment. So it's really important to have a mixture of both, and a 40-year service award is really special. And understand that Greg's a CAD expert, and that's like I have I guess a person equivalent to that in North Queensland, who's perhaps not quite at 40 years, but so I can relate to that, and that's really important, especially with the issues we've been having with CAD-Link and things like that recently. So I'd like to present the award to Greg.
Hang on, it's okay. Hang on.
And we've got a fancy crystal for you as well. There you go.
Thank you.
Can we get a picture? Just take it.
Oh, okay.
But try not to get the rubbish bin. Can you move to a better place?
Just that one. Just you get one in there.
Come on, hang on a second, Andrew. Because it doesn't look good. A couple. We can rubbish ourselves here. Hang on a second. That's better.
Go again.
Count of 3, 1, 2.
120 years now.
We should do Mouse again too with John.
All right, yeah, well, I'm not the youthful one here that's doing the work anymore. But if some of you young guys would like to know how to rub out a pencil line with an electric eraser, they're probably all burned out by now. But been a good ride. Things certainly have changed with the, my handwriting got better when we got on the computers and the plotters and TrueType fonts and all that sort of thing, and it's been quite enjoyable. I started off with OTC, and I think I might have even done a drawing for Mal at some stage. So, and Carl, you would have been good in our volleyball team. It was a bit of a family then, and we had a tea lady, so you wouldn't have had to come out here. She could have brought all the cake around and everything for you. Met some interesting people, met some uninteresting people too. Probably the best question I ever had asked of me was from an engineer, a young one, and he said, I was doing a printed circuit board for him. And we used to use tape, do it by hand, and I'd drawn up the circuit, and we would get them to check it before we got into doing all the tape and everything. And he asked me what scale the circuit diagram was. And all I could do is just look at him. Because it's, you know, a wiring diagram, you know, it's a scale. Now I am one. Yeah. It's been good. I've made some good friends on the way. Been able to do lots of things. Down the domain at lunchtime playing soccer, and then there was the volleyball, and table tennis. That was the good old days. Anyway, thanks for your friendship over these years too, and your help when I needed it. Thank you.
Don't forget this.
I'll get it. Name on it, I think.
Oh,
There's cake.
Yeah, all right.
all right. All yours.
Wow. So this is another important one. Andrew has won the team manager position, so fantastic work. Thank you very much. I like to think team manager is a pretty important role, and we really need a lot of, we need good people in those roles as well. A lot of, I remember at least in North Queensland, when I said we had a vacancy for a team manager, I said, who would like to do it? And no one wanted to. So, but look, we really need to have good people in that role, just like we need good people in every role. So, and my understanding is that the selection process was difficult, and we had quite a few good candidates, but Andrew won, so fantastic. Congratulations. Thanks, Colin.
Just wanted to say thanks to, there's a little bit of everyone in this. Thank you to everyone for your support over the years, growing as a designer, and now moving into the team manager's role. I just wanted to thank everyone for their support and encouragement, because I really feel that that's got me over the line there. So I thank you very much, and I just want to say these cakes look pretty sweet, but promotions are always going to be a little bit sweeter. So dig in.
They got camera.
Big camera.
They got camera, yeah.
What's happening on this weekend?
I need your help with changing Patchcock patch panel location. I sent the email. Thank you so much, Mick.
Yeah, tell us what's happening this weekend. Chinese New Year.
To Prince Charlie for a big celebration and maybe drink some shandy. Got drunk, but tonight I'm gonna mix cognac with out dry, lemon squash, or maybe if it doesn't go well, I'll go with cognac and coke. See how it go.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'll smoke a fair bit, so hopefully don't get into
smoke
trouble.
dope or smoke cigarettes?
Just cigarette, Hopefully don't get into trouble with the missus. And let you know, Pang Yong Dong, you can put that on Facebook.
That's me.
Guess who's trying to jiggle in on Nanny's will?
He said he had it for Christmas.
That is too
He
cute.
only got one.
Oh, see, I think Nanny should have him for Christmas. Paris over with your stash, honey.
Yeah,
Otherwise you're gonna
it
mix it
couldn't
up.
get anyone nicer unless he got on my lap.
That's it.